Alright, we're back. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Am I allowed to say hell on YouTube? I don't know how YouTube works. Alright, we're back for day 2. Day 2 of this run of the Hardcore Nuzlocke ChefLocke Pozole run of Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass. I have a whole I made a little frame today. I'm in here. You can see my stupid face now. And I went to the trouble of hooking up my Switch controllers so that there won't be as much clicking from the keyboard. This is Furret. This is Furret. You'll see Furret on this channel plenty. Sometimes you'll see him just right around my neck like this, but I don't know what it is. I got a big head, or he's just not quite long enough. He doesn't stay great, so he'll hang out back here. You'll probably catch glimpses of him here and there. This is Toast. Toast, come here, Toast. She's stretching. She doesn't want to be in the shot. She's shy today. That's fine. You'll meet Toast, I'm sure. Last time, yesterday, we beat Roxanne without issue, without loss. These are all 6 of our encounters so far. We whiffed our first encounter, the Zigzagoon. We whiffed another encounter in Verdant Tunnel with the Whismer, and we whiffed our Petalburg Woods encounter too. It was a Ladybug. So this is the gang, and I would say we are in relatively decent shape for Brawly. We've got Ancho Bayleaf and Chingling the Radish here, Radish the Chingling rather. So you know we've got some pretty decent members on the team, good members on the squad. And yeah, based on like the team we've got to work with, Heracross stands no chance. Like, I'm not worried about this guy's Heracross. Makuhita, we should be able to take fine. Don't put he's got knockoff, so we'll make sure Heracross has knockoff too. So we'll make sure to keep Chingling safe from then. But then Meditite doesn't have knockoff or anything really to worry about too much. So for Chingling, so that might be our answer to Meditite. But don't have too long to play today. I gotta get to a wedding here a little later. But I think we should at least be able to get a little closer to Brawly, so let's do what we can. Now we gotta go back to Verdant Turf. Oh, we didn't fight this guy? Awesome. My Pokemon rule! You know what? I bet they do. More often than not, Pokemon rule. Tyrogue? Well, you don't speak proper English. It should have been rules, but, you know, I'll forgive you. Because this thing's probably going to go down in one hit. Yep. Yep. Baby can't handle the spice. Ancho's not really that spicy, but whatever. Let's see here. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, thank you. Thank you so much. I honestly don't know how you found this. You're an interesting person. YouTube, YouTube brought you to me, and that's crazy. If you're watching this in the future, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Coming back and watching these VODs. If you are not filled in on the concept here, what we're doing here is a hardcore Nuzlocke. And if you found this content and you don't know what a hardcore Nuzlocke is, you're a weird. Oh my god, look at that Apom. Holy hell, that is a cute little cutie. Okay. Damn. But yeah, if you're here and you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, that's crazy. You're a really interesting person. I don't know how you're here. But the rules are in the description. It's pretty straightforward. If a Pokemon faints, it's done. You can't use it for the rest of the game. You can only catch the first encounter on each new location, each route, each cave, each building that you can catch Pokemon. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter. I play with like species clause, which is really, really common for Nuzlocke, which basically just says that if I encounter a Pidgey on Route 1 and catch it, and then I encounter a Pidgey on Route 2, I can re-roll for the next unique encounter, since I've already gotten that one. Repel. I was like, I opened my bag for a reason. So that's hardcore Nuzlocke. Like I said, pretty straightforward. You probably already know what those are. The variant that I have come up with here, I call it a ChefLocke. And the way a ChefLocke works is, hardcore Nuzlocke rules apply, as usual. But then, in addition to that, at the beginning of your run, you pick a recipe that you want to make. And for each encounter that you get, you have to name that encounter after an ingredient in that recipe. At the end of the run, if you win, you make the recipe with whichever ingredients are left. Whichever ingredients haven't fainted are the ingredients that you get to use in your recipe. Now, I've added a few things here to make that a little more challenging. So, oh, interesting. Protective mist around Wilmer, okay. So I've added this thing called foundational ingredients, which basically means that, if I'm trying to make like a fried rice and I name my starter rice and they faint, I can't make fried rice without rice. That would just be like a weird omelet kind of thing, I guess. So that's a foundational ingredient, rice, for that run. And if you lose a foundational ingredient, that's a full wipe. You have to fully restart the challenge. The challenge has failed. I'm not interested in making like a food waste channel. I'm ethically opposed to food waste. I also don't have a lot of money for food waste. I have to eat the food that I buy. So foundational ingredients. Now the idea is not to just like catch a Pokemon you're never going to use and are going to put in the box forever anyway and name those your foundational ingredients. The idea is you have to have at least one foundational ingredient in your party at all times. This is the second ChefLocke I've done. The first one I did was I did a ChefLocke of lasagna on Pokemon Fire Red. Just finished that up earlier this year, and I am editing that video together now. It is really coming along. It's really close to being done, and so that's why I started this run, because I want to make sure that like I'm keeping the content coming out. So we're getting really close on the lasagna video. And the closer I get to finishing it, the more anxious I was just about, like, I need to start a new run. So here we are, Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass. I have been dying to play this game. It's just so beautiful. The designs of each Pokemon just look so perfect. And it just seems like a lot of fun. And it's not a difficulty hack. It's just like a fun hack. It's a quality of life and, visual enjoyment hack. And so down the line, I'd certainly like to start playing harder games and harder challenges. But for now, I kind of want to get through my challenges quicker so that I can get the videos out quicker. I didn't need to do that, whatever. So I can get the videos out sooner. And so, this isn't an easy game necessarily, but it's a lot easier than a lot of like the challenge runs that other people do. Eventually, we're gonna start doing recipes that don't have a lot of ingredients. Lasagna, we made our sauce from scratch. There's a lot that can go into a lasagna at the end of the day. Pozole, very similarly, like we're gonna be making our enchilada sauce that goes in there, or our chili sauce that goes in there from scratch. You know, we're gonna be, so that gives us a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of toppings that go onto pozole. There's a lot of room for ingredients and expansion on the seasoning profile and all that. So that's why we're picking these now, because they're gonna be relatively easy to do, and I think, and it'll still be fun. But eventually we're gonna start doing like shorter recipes, fewer ingredients, less room for expansion. A cacio e pepe, that's cheese and pepper, where it's literally like the whole recipe is just like pasta, Parmesan, pecorino, pasta water, salt. Like it's very, very minimal. We'll do a BLT run at some point, which means like at most we're looking at like, you know, bread, bacon, lettuce, tomato, maybe butter, maybe salt for the tomato. But we're gonna do some challenging runs with like really limited encounters for ChefLocks in the future. But for right now, we're just kind of having fun, playing fun games, proving the concept, and I think that like I'm just enjoying it, and honestly, it's just a fun excuse for me to get to make a pozole. Now this looks like an optional rival fight as always, but honestly, I don't like to skip rival fights, even when they are optional, because you know they programmed it in there. Somebody took the time to put this fight in here, and if it's not a difficulty hack, we can at least take on the challenges that are presented to us. Like, look, this guy has 2 Pokemon, and one of them's level 13, so why not fight him? You know, like, I get that it's not optimal play for a Nuzlocke, but, you know, we gotta up the stakes a little bit here. Okay, so he slowed us down, but he'll be asleep shortly. So we'll get some chip. Oh, wow. Perfect. We'll switch in Ancho. He'll fall asleep. We'll take him out with a wing attack real quick. Yeah, that's what we want to do, because that sets us up against his Torchic or Combuskin, whatever he has at this point, for some water pulses. Excellent. God, they're so cute. This game is so cute. I will be a broken record about how cute this game is. Sorry, I mean, like, that's kind of the whole point of the game. Let's see here. I'm going to bring this a little closer. Give me a moment. All right, we're in here. Water pulse. Ancho. What do you got? Sturdy? Whatever. Wait, did he not just speed boost? Because I swear he had speed boost earlier. Whatever, I'll watch it back later, I guess. Okay, no, he has speed boost. Alright, cool. Well, there we go. Easy. See, to skip that would just be like... Come on. Ooh, cut. Cut is up here, isn't it? Right? Yeah, here we go. Oh, get back on the controller. If you're in here, let me know if the controller is too noisy. I might have like less noisy controllers down the line, because it's kind of loud to me. But let's see here. Oh, here comes Toast. Toast, come see the people. No, there's no people in here. Anyway. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to... I'm gonna go start my dishwasher. I had some alone time in the apartment today, so I decided to do the dishes like a nice person. Oh, you could hang out with Furret while I was gone. That's nice. Alright, well, let's play this game. We got Cut now. We trounced Brendan there. So it's time now to get back to Mr. Briny, so he can take us to... Is it Dewford? Is Dewford where Brawly lives? Sound off in the comments. Let me know. Is Dewford where Brawly lives? As much as I've played Emerald, it's like I still don't take the time to remember the names of things. Now, how do I get that to go away? There we go. Okay, cool. Shroomish, Pokemon number 285. Chingling, Pokemon number... What is it? I'm not going to check. I'm using a repel. Pokemon number... Chingling. Pokemon 455 is Chingling. Let's double check that now. Well, his number's going to be different in this Pokedex. But in the international Pokedex, or the national dex, whatever, yeah, Chingling, Pokemon number 455, I think. Trico is 252. We're having a good time. I was like on bed rest for some like health issues last year, and for whatever reason I decided it would be fun. I took some time to memorize every Pokemon in order. I memorized all 1025 Pokemon. Currently I'm trying to memorize them by number. Alright. You're on a boat with a stranger? That's fine by me. I'm your dad. What an interesting guy, our dad. What an interesting man. Alright, Mr. Briny. Hey, thank you. Alright, it is Dewford. I know what I'm doing. These houses are so pretty. Do you have an item for me? That's what I thought. Give me that. I'll take that. Let's give that to Cabbage here. Let's hook up Pork Shoulder with the Miracle Seed. Just can't hurt. Is the I'm sorry if the dishwasher is distracting. I'm realizing now that it's kind of noisy. But, you know, that's the price we pay, honestly, for greatness. So, who's our slowest Pokemon? It just has to be done. I'm sorry, it's got to be done. The dish has got to get done. Oh, okay. Weird. Wait, Cayenne is our slowest Pokemon, and he has a perfect speed IV. That's obnoxious. Take the Quick Claw. Alright, we got some encounters. Or at least one encounter available. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now that opens up a couple encounters. I wonder if we're kind of still stuck with Magikarp only. Let's see here. We need to buy some Pokeballs. I'm glad I checked. Alright, we'll register that real quick. That's the gym, right? Yeah, the gyms look so cool. Ooh, are we going to do contests in this challenge? I don't know. We might. They don't have a friggin' Pokemart in Dewford. I forget this. What a joke. Alright, Briny, put us back on the boat. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I don't need to do any of that. We can fight this fisherman. He kind of looks like a concierge to me, like he's waiting outside of a hotel. A bellboy. Alright, Psyduck. Still monotype water in this game. Cool. We're a steel type. I don't know if you knew that about us. Radish the Chingling is a steel type. I don't know what it is about these streams. I yawn so much. Ooh, we should probably check the level cap real quick. 19. Okay, we're doing okay. Fight this guy. God, these like Magikarp fights are always just so obnoxious to me. It's like, why would you take the time to program that in? It's like, if you're gonna put a trainer somewhere, give them something of substance to use. I don't know. Because it's just like, it goes on forever, and it's like no experience, and it's just zero challenge. Last resort. That's like when you use all your moves. Yeah. Can only be used if every other move has been used. I mean, I'll do that over Astonish. I don't imagine it coming up very often, but... Excuse me. This is my first time using my Switch controller on the computer. Like, a friend of mine pointed out recently that, like... you can just hook it up with Bluetooth, and ever since that happened, I didn't do it. I didn't ever try it until like 10 seconds ago, and now I'm doing it. I'm like, oh hell yeah! I don't have to hunch over the computer anymore. All right. Can't stop yawning. Is Pork Shoulder about to evolve off this? I think he is. Pork, what you got? Yeah, there he goes. Ooh, I'm excited for the Grovyle sprite. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at him. I can already tell. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Fury Cutter? Yeah, we take Fury Cutter. Over Pound. I was playing something recently where Cut was a bug type move. It was... I think it might have been Crystal Legacy, the ROM hack for Pokemon Crystal. It was a lot of fun, honestly. It was a good game. Really fun way to replay Gen 2. You can get... Oh, look at his little follow sprite. You're cute. You singing? You like my footprints? That's cute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's an encounter? Okay. Okay, guess I gotta keep an eye on that sand. Wow, okay. Are we literally about to catch a Sentret on the Here For It channel? This is our first one. Ooh, baby, baby. This is exciting. Okay, I don't want to whiff this. I think we got a couple great balls, but let's see if we can't... Okay, we got him asleep. I think we only have, like, 2. Yeah. I'll use 1. Come on. Yes. Yes! Yes! Alright, what are we gonna name him? You know what? It's one of the most important seasonings in any Mexican cuisine. Cumin. Welcome to the resistance. That is exciting. Meowth, I think you just got replaced. Alright, now we have to go buy more Pokeballs. Because we've got a possible fishing encounter here. We've got the cave. Well, yeah, we just gotta. Alright. Human. And we're just gonna evolve this guy, like, immediately. I love For It. Obviously, you're here at the Here For It page. The Pokemon came first. The pun came second. I just... Sentret is the first Pokemon I ever caught in the first video game I ever had. Pokemon Gold version for the Game Boy Color. I got it Christmas Day of probably like 2000 or 2001. My first starter ever was a Totodile that I tried to name it Christmas, but I don't know if I just mistyped or there just wasn't enough space, but his name was Chrisma. So my first Pokemon ever was Chrisma the Totodile, and then the first Pokemon I ever caught was Sentret. And boy howdy, do I just love For It. Coil? Ooh, okay, yeah. That's awesome. I'm so amped that we got a For It for this run. This is really... I think it behooves us to have him follow us around a little bit. Human, oh my god, look at you. I'm gonna cry. I'm an easy cry. I imagine I'm gonna cry on this channel sometimes. So, if that is a problem, you should, I don't know, get in touch with yourself and ask yourself what's wrong with showing emotion. Especially when it's like involuntary. I can't control my tear ducts. Tear ducts. CTS. Get out of here. Alright, guys. We gotta go buy Pokeballs now. We're not sufficiently balled up. So let's see here. We also probably want to buy some more repels. I want to, what am I trying to convey? So there's the room that Steven is in. That's not a Pokemon. The room that Steven is in Steven Stone, in the cave in Duffer Cave, is typically in I think like regular Emerald and also in like most ROM hacks, like the room that Steven's in has like better encounters. Like you're more likely to get a Sableye or Mawile or whatever it is. So you usually like to repel delay until you get into that room. Just I don't and I'm going into this this whole thing pretty like relatively blind. I haven't really I've skimmed the documentation. I have a reference up for the like gym leaders and their movesets and level caps and stuff like that, but yeah, I have not looked into the encounters like at all. So but yeah, we're gonna do it though. We're gonna see. Oh, come on, guys. This little game they play. Yes, take me to Duford, please. Pico! Pico meet Ancho. Cumin the Furret. In the heart of Hoenn. God, this game is pretty. Look at those trees. Thank you, Mr. Briney. Yeah, we do want to deliver that letter. Okay, so throw on a repel real quick. And oh, my bad. Get flash from this kind stranger, but we don't need flash. We know how to get through this thing. Oh, what was I playing? Emerald Crest is another fan ROM hack. That's like that is a difficulty hack. Those games are really challenging. Like Roxanne has a friggin' Mega Aerodactyl and it outspeeds like everything you're capable of encountering up to that point. It's insane, honestly. But they have these like overworld, basically like almost like in Legends Arceus, it's almost like they have like alpha Pokemon where it'll be like a level 50 Scizor hanging out in like that part of Petalburg Woods that you can't access until after you get cut. But like still, it's like level 50 you get cut, like you beat Roxanne and then like you get spotted by this thing, it'll like, okay, no, come on. And there should be stairs. Or am I back? Did I go back to the beginning? No, here we are. But yeah, you have to be like so careful because in that game, which is the Emerald game that I've been playing the most recently, I guess, right here is they have like one of these alpha Pokemon just like sitting in the cave right here. And so if you don't have flash especially and you try to like crawl up there, you can get messed up. So I'm like traumatized by this little part of the cave. Whoa, was there a guy down there or something? What was that? Yeah, there's a guy. Oh, look at that. It pays to be friendly. Okay, excellent. Yes, yes. We do not want to get all the way here. Okay, here we go. Steven. Oh, he looks cool. I'm a button masher. I'm trying to get better about it because, like, the sound I could definitely pick up. I was rewatching a little bit of the VOD I did yesterday and, like, the stream I did yesterday, and, like, the button mashing was bad. Hopefully getting it off of the keyboard and onto the controller will help, but I was like, oh god, it's like you're playing the drums on this keyboard. It's like... Alright, so... just gotta run off this rappel real quick. No. Okay, cool. So let's see what we get. Is Chingling still in front? Let's make sure our Yawner... yeah. What do we get? What do we get? Ooh, well... hopefully we can catch it. I really... there's... ooh, would we outspeed? Would we outspeed, and does rap... does rap keep you on the field? Because I feel like there's rap and there's bind and... does rap trap Pokemon? Yeah, it appears to. Now... Chingling speed versus Abra speed can Abra has a base speed stat of 90 and Chingling has a base speed stat of 45. We are exactly double leveled. Try it. Okay, nice. All right, we hit it. But it failed. Excellent. Okay, now we can yawn on it. All right. Chingling, look at you. A little bit he's kind of catching his replacement right now, but whatever. Actually, no, because like this next one, let's just great ball it. There's no reason to be precious with the great ball. We'll get more. Look at that cave background. Yes. Yes. All right. You know what? Abra. Oregano, welcome to the Resistance. Oregano. Well, that's awesome. How fun was that? Let's see what else they have. Okay, so Abra's like a floor 1 encounter too. I thought he might be, but... you know, it's just always worth trying. Do you like me at all? Ooh. Ooh, you like me. Oh my god, I like you. Well, radical. Okay, and then now we can fish down here in Dewford. See if we get anything besides a Magikarp. A Magikarp would be rad. I'm not complaining. All right, Pokemon's on the hook. Here's our encounter, Dewford encounter. Okay, it is a Magikarp. Obviously good. Hopefully we should be able to just bag this without a hole to do. Come on. Trying to work out my timing. How long do you think it would take a person like me to iron a pair of pants, take a shower? I feel like I can get that done in a half hour. Ironing pants and showering, right? Let's just put him to sleep. Yeah, I should be able to iron pants and shower in a half hour. So we'll play. I think we could play for another hour, even. I don't know if we'll fight Watson, but we might try to get to Watson. Gotta do. We could at least fight Team Aqua at the museum, hopefully. We'll see what happens. Premier Ball. Ooh. The last run I did, the lasagna run, our Gyarados was Anchovy the Gyarados. And, for our starter, we had, Blastoise the Noodle the Blastoise, actually. And so he didn't end up being all that integral to our run because we already had a water Pokemon. But this one might be a little more important. I'm gonna say... You got to think about the Elite Four when you're naming your foundational ingredients, because I ideally want more than one foundational ingredient. Excuse me. At the Elite Four. Oh my god. You guys should see my cat. Here, I don't know if this is going to be a great shot, but it's worth trying. I mean, just look at her. That's Toast. She's a precious angel. I don't think Gyarados is like a great bring for this Elite Four. I mean, he doesn't really have like particularly advantageous matchups against Dark, Ghost, Ice, Dragon. I guess he could be okay against Dragon. We might be able to teach him like Ice Fang in this game. I don't know. And then I don't know if we're fighting Wallace or Steven at the end of this. You know, it's a ROM hack. Oh my god. She just adjusted. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by the cat. You know, it's an important ingredient. We're gonna go garlic. Not foundational, but it is important. Well, that's good. Elliot, I don't remember giving you my number. What's this? Another wishing star. I saw a well in Rockruff? Not Rockruff. Where does Roxanne live? Whatever. There was a well there. We're just gonna test one more time, see if this is indeed a Magikarp exclusive rod. Such an interesting mechanic to put in these games. Like, here's a fishing rod. It only catches this absolute piece of garbage Magikarp, who turns into a dragon guy. Wait, is there Dewford sand? Oh man, I didn't even think about this. Like, there's probably encounters on the sand. Right? Yeah. I could have gotten one of these. Oh my god! If I caught the Magikarp in the other route, this Trapinch could be our encounter right now. But, because I didn't know about the sand, nobody told me about the sand. Whatever. This is all on me. This is what a lack of planning gets you. This is what playing fast and loose gets you. You know, in my regular life, if I was just playing for me, I would have caught that Trapinch. I would have said garlic counts for the next route over. Bada boom, bada bing. We'd be feeling good, living life, doing our thing. But on YouTube, you have to have integrity. So we're not cheating. No cheating. Let's bring this guy up to where everybody else is. Oregano. Oregano. Still no, oh, okay, he's gonna evolve. Awesome. I was like, still no psychic moves? Like, come on. Bum, 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 bum. This is my partner's favorite Pokemon. Is Kadabra. Or Alakazam. She just likes the ones with spoons. And thus far, these are the only two Pokemon in the canon with spoons. Kinesis. Okay, Confusion. I was like, come on, dude. Alright, so we got a pretty stacked lineup here to go up against Brawly's fighting gym. Hello, Mr. Gym Attendant. Oh, be careful with normal Pokemon. Oh. Okay, it looks like it's set up the same as usual. Yeah, dead end, and here's our first fight. Here's another one where it's like, are these trainers optional? Yes. Is that optimal play to play these optional? Whoa, okay. What kind of hater nonsense is this? I mean, come on. What on earth? You just that really upsets me. Alright, let's try to put it to sleep. Hopefully, you can tank a feint attack. That was bad. That was so bad. Oh my god. This is absurd. Why is this in here? Why is the Sneasel in the fighting gym? Seems like it's explicitly to troll me for being well prepared. Oh my god. Okay. I think Ancho has like a busted special attack stat, so hopefully this does a good... Oh my god. Oh my god. Probably should have gotten off a growl. This is so messed up. He did 19 with his last feint attack. Oh my god. Let's look at defenses. 20, 17, 26, 24. Oh, I don't want to... Oh my god, I really don't want to wipe. Which is not something I say in the bathroom. Okay, thank god. Hopefully this whole gym starts making a little more sense after this fight, because that was absurd. Why is there a Sneasel? Of all the things in the world for there to be in this gym. God. Contrarian nonsense. That was so messed up. I thought this wasn't a difficulty hack. Why would you throw curveballs like that at me? Okay, well now I feel like we should check our box, make sure there's no one that could be helping us out right now. Ooh. Not an ideal nature on Cumin here. Wow, with a perfect attack stat and everything. Wow, good speed. I think what we might try to do, if they have mints, we'll try to pull off like a modest mint or plus defense minus special, since the defense IV is messed up. But what's your defense like? Oh, not awesome. Let's just bring Cumin. I'm still like offended by that Sneasel. That was absurd. Sorry. I didn't like that. Don't do that. There's a double battle here. Yeah,